Hi, I'm Mikey Dredd. Welcome back to Bowling Science. Today, we're going to follow up on our previous episode where we talked about hand positions. I got a lot of feedback, and a lot of people wanted to see more how you can execute these hand positions after seeing the benefits of the reaction on the lanes. So let's take a look at those today in a little bit closer look. We're also brought to you by Bowlify, and we're at the home of Bowling Science, Pinboys at the Beach. To catch up, I showed the sort of reaction I get with my typical normal hand position, and I showed two different directions that I can adjust my starting hand position and the resulting reactions. So, like last time, we're going to start with the baseline. That would be my standard hand position. I try to keep my fingers directly underneath the ball in this hand position. This is where I start on most patterns, as it gives me a combination of strong and versatile reaction. At release, my fingers are curled around past the 6 o'clock point of the bowling ball. In this, my standard hand position, you'll see that my fingers go to the 7 o'clock position as the ball drops into the swing. My wrist breaks and prevents me from squeezing the ball as I go into the swing. This will stay consistent regardless of hand position. Now at release, you see my fingers are at about 7:30 before they come around at the bottom of the swing. Now here's the low rotation hand position from the previous video. You'll see my fingers are kicked out to the right at the 4 o'clock position in the stance. At release point, my fingers release the ball from about the 6 o'clock position right behind the ball, as opposed to being curled around the ball in my normal hand position. You'll see as the ball drops into the swing, the fingers stay right of 6 o'clock, and the ball falls in with gravity. My wrist still breaks and loads coming down to the release point, but you'll see here that my fingers come from 6 o'clock and complete less of an arc motion as they come out of the ball. Here you'll see my low rotation hand position overlaid with my standard hand position. This hand position results in less RPMs, less rotation, and less tilt, giving me less hook and allowing me to move my feet right further into the friction and getting a smoother reaction. The ball of choice today is a radical conspiracy theory. It's pinned down, drilled 30 by 4 by 70. Feel free to rewind these slow-mos so that you can see what's happening at the release. Now, how about that high tilt and rotation hand position where my fingers are wrapped further left around the ball at the stance? In this hand position, my fingers are fully wrapped around at 9 o'clock. This hand position creates the most length down lane as it creates the most tilt and also the most violent angular reaction on the back end. As the ball drops into the swing, you'll see my wrist fully cocked as it breaks and loads into the release. The line from my thumb to my bridge just before release is horizontal. This allows for my fingers to come through with the most amount of rotation, tilt, and rev rate possible for my release. Using this hand position only forces me a couple boards further left, but as you'll see here in the mid lane, the ball easily extends 4 to 5 boards further right at the break point before coming into the pocket with the other ball. This hand position is most effective when the heads start to dry out, or later in the block in tournaments. I appreciate everyone's feedback on the previous hand position video, and I hope these shots and slow-mo angles help clear up anything I might have left out in the last video. So, I hope you take this, move forward, and practice some new hand positions this week, and let me know if you're able to throw some strikes from some new angles or different parts of the lane. As always, this is Mikey Dredd with Bowling Science, and we'll see you next time. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and comment below.